What's up, what's up, what's up? Welcome back to the Black Barbershop. It's your boy Gotti. I know we ran a little late today. We was having some technical difficulties. I hope that y'all out there listening and y'all can fuck with us and make sure y'all tune in to the last episode. So we're back this week. I know we've been gone for a minute, but we back on the jump off. But yeah, I'm here with my nigga Ace. What's the deal, my nigga Ace?
It's the best barber in all the land, and thank y'all for tuning in to another week of the Black Barbershop. It's a glorious day today.
For real, on the Good News Radio.
My birthday is in a couple hours, so
Hey, turn the fuck up.
we toasting.
We turn it up.
Toast.
Let me get some of this. What
Yes,
you put in here,
sir.
bro? This is all hand?
Yep.
This is crazy if this is all hand. This is all hand for real?
Nah, it's apple juice.
Oh, I'm about to
You
say
got
that.
it. You a big dog.
So I'm drinking. Yeah.
Got my nigga drinking. He been drinking.
Ooh, that tastes good. I never had apple juice in here. That's crazy, right?
Yes, sir. Ski.
You
Alright,
sleep.
so today we're gonna start off with who needs a motherfucking lineup. So who needs a lineup today? I do want to talk about something interesting. I seen a story surfacing with T-Pain. I don't know if y'all watched that. T-Pain actually was told by Usher in one point in his career that he fucked up music by using autotune. And T-Pain said that caused him to go into a depression for 4 years. And that's what caused him to actually not make music at one point in time as good as he used to, and to just take a break and just become a writer. How do y'all feel about that, man?
I don't feel it. T-Pain did not fuck up music.
At all.
So Usher ended up telling him this, and I'm saying he fell into a depression. So do Usher need a motherfucking lineup? Because I know Usher did a couple of songs with iTunes in his career. So I mean iTunes with fucking iTunes. So it's
He
like,
did all the motherfuckers with iTunes.
so I'm saying, man, like, damn. I really personally feel like words are powerful, and people don't be realizing that. Like something that simple caused somebody so talented to fall off in a way of saying, like, T-Pain probably could have been bigger than he is now if he was never told that.
I think what you gotta think around that time was a lot of motherfuckers hating on auto-tune, bro.
Really
A lot of motherfuckers, when you got Jay-Z coming out with a song called Devil Auto-Tune.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that was the name of the song, but he didn't want to, only because he didn't want to name it that. You get what I'm saying?
Because the biggest cause for this too, as well, that people don't realize, is like Usher was telling him he killed it for other people that were actually real singers. That's why he took it so personal, because Usher said, you're making it hard for people who really know how to make music. Basically, you know, they're not going to be able to make real albums. They're going to have to use auto-tune. So did Usher have a point? Do he deserve a lineup for saying something like that?
No.
He might have had a point though, because now that
That's what I was thinking.
now
He
that
might
I-
have had a point.
no, now that I think about it, we gotta really think about when the R&B music kind of really died,
Right.
and niggas really stopped putting together albums and shit.
Right.
And it might have been around that time.
I personally feel like
He might not be lying.
I personally feel like for somebody like Usher to start in R&B, I can understand why. That's what I'm saying. I can understand why something like that would be said. Like, this nigga Usher been out shit since I was probably like 7 years old. You feel me? And like, if you really think about it, like, bro, you low key messing up a real craft. Like, my nigga Usher is really a singer. So,
But I feel like that was the shit T-Pain was doing. It was a whole other lane to me.
It
It was
was-
a different type of music, and I feel like it didn't hurt people like Usher. Like that era didn't hurt Usher.
At all.
well, he felt like it did by making that statement, and I feel like he do. I think he publicly needs to apologize to T-Pain, because I felt T-Pain pain. I mean, I know people say they don't care about what other people think, but you fresh out the game, you got a hitter, you on tour with a nigga that's popping, that's been an idol for you, and he tells you that your music is pretty much fucking up the R&B lane.
What if that's really how you feel?
Yeah.
If that's really how you felt, definitely can understand that. But then again,
Cause
why
you
would
can't,
you tell
you
somebody?
can't apologize for some shit how you really feel. Like, you feel me?
Damn, that's deep too.
Yeah, if you really feel like that, you can't really apologize.
Well, then shit, fuck T-Pain. No, I'm just playing. But nah, I don't know, bro. That shit is deep. I'm just saying. I think that Usher deserves a lineup. I do think it was disrespectful.
Do you think that was his intention though? Because T-Pain was already like super hot. Like, you really think his plan was to intentionally make him fall into this depression and stop music?
I don't think it was intentional to say like, T-Pain, you're trash or anything. But you gotta think about something. By doing that and saying that to somebody that you're supposed to be mentoring, it's kind of like the way it was said to him. If you listen to T-Pain, he was really hurt. It's like you're telling me I'm under your guidance that you can't tell me this in a different way of making me work on making it better. It's like you telling me basically I'm fucking up your money and I'm fucking up music. That's like that's some hater shit. If you think about it, to him, it's on his end. Hearing it from his side, I can see why it sounds like some shit that needs to be addressed.
Tough love, or where is this going?
That's me. That's just me though. That's how I feel.
Where are you going with this?
I think that Usher did it.
Not you, Usher. Where
was
telling me this to where are we going with this?
Yeah, I feel that. Where are we going with that, Ace? Because you just said it's okay.
Yeah, I don't know. We wasn't there.
You don't even know what to say.
Like I said, I don't know. My
It's
sister just said she think because the simple fact that they was friends, that's probably why he was hurt. But I mean,
friends say fuck that shit too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really feel like he did that. I feel like what T-Pain was doing was a whole nother lane. And maybe I don't think that should have made him stop doing music and go into a depression. Like,
that nigga said he went into a 4-year depression, bro.
Yeah. That's his craft.
I can't
so
even lie. It might have been real because I didn't see T-Pain. I didn't see T-Pain at all. Like after
T-Pain
I seen,
was somewhere fucking off a lot of money too. That's what
he was. But after I seen Apple Bottom Jeans, Boots with the Fur, I don't know what happened to T-Pain. Like when We the Best first came out, T-Pain was gone. Like when Ace Hood and all of them was popping, T-Pain just left. And he made that "Got the Enemy," that little song. He said that shit was hard.
And dancing with his neck.
Yeah. After that, shit was gone. It was gone.
But he might have been behind the scenes writing some shit, like you said.
He was. He said he was still writing, still was producing, but he wasn't making his own music.
Give me a T-Pain summer. I love.
Well, moving forward, Kevin Samuels made a video saying that a man that pays for everything is more desired and listened to by women. And I personally feel like there's truth to it. But then again, the way he came off, which is what women have a problem with, is that if he pays for everything, he owns her. That's kind of how he came off in that video. Because he said, a woman is not going to respect you or listen to you unless you pay for everything. And some women took that in a positive connotation, like finally getting on these niggas. But also, nigga, just because you paying for me don't mean that you own me.
Let's be honest. He paying for everything. I'm listening.
And that's something that women are gonna agree or disagree on. And I personally feel like what you said is a lot of truth to it. And if a man is taking care of you, you are going to do what he asks you to do.
And I'm not bowing down.
And you're not bowing down. You're actually submitting to somebody who's taking care of you. But some women don't see submission as an item on their agenda list, and they don't like that word.
I have never given Kevin Samuels a lineup on this show.
But he about to go.
You gonna line his ass up.
But your ass gotta get one today. Nah, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because it's a lot of shit that Kevin Samuels left out.
Right.
So let me touch on this for a second.
Right.
I do think that most real men feel a lot of the ways that Kevin Samuels feels.
Agreed.
As far as paying for things.
Agreed.
And I feel like that's why in a relationship, you gonna get with a nigga, you feel me? And for the majority of the part, he's gonna pay for shit. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
With no problem. I think where Kevin Samuels went wrong is this. We're not dealing, I feel like women are the only ones that can change the narrative, right? So they can say, we're not the same women of old. We're not no stay-at-home ass moms.
Right.
We're not the type of girls that's gonna cook and clean and make sure everything is straight when you come home, right?
Right.
They'll say that, but then they'll expect you to be the same nigga of old. For you to come home and bring your whole paycheck into the house, right?
True.
And so that's where Kevin Samuels dropped the ball, because we're not still dealing with the same women of old. We're dealing with career-driven women now. We're dealing with women who don't want to be at the house cooking and cleaning and making sure everything's straight for you. So if they going out and they getting their own bag and they getting their bag, you get what I'm saying? It's like, where does paying for everything get the man? Men like security too. We want to feel secure in a relationship also. So if we coming through just paying for shit all the time, and then you can't tell me what we're doing with your money and your money is not accounted for, there's no security in that for the man, because guess what? If anything went sour in that relationship, everything is going to go good for you. You've been the one sitting back saving your money. Right. You've been getting to the bag, but you've been saving your money because you're not spending your money.
We're going to get into
what I'm saying?
We're going to get into that conversation a little more later.
So it's like,
we don't have our guest here, because we were supposed to have one of our guests. She had an emergency though, and I'm praying for her. Hope everything goes good. So she did have an emergency. But we wanted to talk more so on a woman's perspective, but we're gonna actually talk about men's perspective tonight, which we don't say we man bash. But for that being said, we're gonna get more into detail on what you just said about men being secure as well, because we don't talk about that. Men needs to be secure as well for you to achieve or get the desires and wants and needs that y'all need, because women always want to put the I guess the hierarchy in the way of saying men need to do this, do that, do this, and then why don't we do it? We're gonna talk about that.
And I want to say one last thing as far as pertaining to that situation too.
Right.
Like I said, we're not really dealing with the women of old, so just really realize on what came with that. What came with a man bringing all of his money. He's working hard and working all these hours, and he bringing all his money into the house. You know what came with that? My food better be ready as soon as I hit the door coming from work.
Right.
The food better be ready. You don't have time to chill.
Right.
All of this stuff, the house need to be clean. My clothes need to be folded. And guess what? I might have a little family on the other side of town. And you're going to deal with that too.
What's your name?
You're going to shut the fuck up. And you're going to deal with that too. Because guess what? Because you sitting at the house cooking and cleaning and doing everything else, you don't really got time to get sexy for me and all of that. And all the shit that I want. And you don't got time to be fun. So guess what? I'm going to have another family on the other side of town with a whole other breezo. Yeah, and women was dealing with that. Because the nigga was bringing in a bacon. We're not dealing with the same women.
She was dealing with that because she had really no choice. Where was she going to go? Where was she going to have fun with? How was she even able to work back in the day?
But now we talking about niggas named like Charles. Talking about niggas named Leonard.
Walter.
We talking about
Walter was the one.
Yeah,
Walter was short.
A few niggas named
Alexander. But neither here nor there.
You know, like, we talking about those type of niggas. But we talking about a new day and time now. We gonna talk about why women can receive those things from us.
Y'all not gonna say a new day and time, but still bring up the women that allowed y'all having side bitches. That's out.
But I'm gonna speak about
y'all spoke about that.
I'm gonna speak about that.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna speak about that cancellation on why it's a new day and time though. And it was something that was okay back then, and I'm gonna tell you exactly why. Not for us, but why it was okay for women to do it.
It was affordable back then.
Not even affordable. I think some women were more free spirited than you can imagine. That's me though.
You talking about back in the day?
Back in the day.
I just don't think women really had the time. Like he said, women didn't have the time to step out, or they couldn't. Like women couldn't work. Like
but you know that women were more prideful to know that you came home to them rather than you have another woman. I'm just saying back then, when I speak with older women, they were more prideful to say that nigga coming home to me though. That nigga's bringing the money to me.
People still say that to this day.
Yeah, but I'm saying that to say like women these days don't think like that.
Yes, they do.
Some of them.
What?
Do you know that women are so prideful that they will walk away from a situation that isn't okay, that you're saying a woman is prideful of saying that she's still there at?
But I'm only saying that to say that allowance.
I'm just saying.
I'm saying the allowance is different. You think that she really is allowing him? Back then, they knew exactly who the woman was, who the kid it was, where the kid lived at, and where the money was going. They knew. These days, they don't know. They assuming they don't know though. You get me?
No assumption.
You think the woman
no
don't
assumption.
know? Okay. Really?
No assumption.
Moving forward,
I agree with you.
Yeah, but moving forward, because this is who needs to line up. We're gonna get back on those, okay?
Yep.
So a great conversation to have is everybody always talk about, you know, players coming out and being gay and all these other things, right? So recently we had Carl Nassib, that plays for the Raiders, come out and say he was gay publicly on social media, right? The question that I pose though, because it's not really me trying to bash him, the question that I pose is, why is it important for him to come out publicly? And he's an icon, he's actually, you know, a role model, of course, but what is the purpose of you doing that if you're playing football? Like, do you want that to take away from your audience? Like,
it's pride month.
Do we get the job done?
I'm only asking,
Does
To
it
you,
matter?
I mean, the only importance of him coming out and saying that is him not living in the darkness no more.
Okay, I can understand that, but I'm gonna give him a lineup. I'm gonna tell you why. Nobody cares.
A lot of people care though.
But guess what? When it comes out publicly, you can speak on it. But in reality, nobody cares. Play football. I'm only saying that to say, like,
I agree.
it's in a different day and time. I understand you want to be publicly, but guess what? You can do that on camera, whatever. You don't owe nobody no explanation. My thing is, live your life, and you don't have to say that publicly. That's just me, though. And I only have a problem with it. I'm being realistic. I'm not sexist, racist. I'm not homophobic. I just personally feel like now you're giving yourself the stamp and being the poster child for something that you don't even need to be the poster child for. That's me. Do you agree with that, or you think
I can agree, but I also feel like Aaron said, like,
It's his own
it's
life.
allowed him. That's maybe his part of healing.
Aaron's
You
a Raider
know,
fan.
like
Right.
I don't care who he played for. I am a Raider fan. You feel me? And it really don't have nothing to do with that because he's not a star on our team.
That's what I'm saying.
He could be cut tomorrow. You get what I'm saying?
But I think that's what I'm saying.
I mean, he not, but he got the top selling jersey right now.
Right.
And he's not a star.
Right.
maybe it's his
It's
Pride
Pride
Month.
Month.
That's what it says. Pride Month.
It's Pride Month.
It could be.
And that probably helped him.
Mhm.
It being Pride Month probably helped him come out. You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying?
Okay.
I don't think it's nothing wrong with him coming out. You feel me? Everybody gotta live in how they gotta
I
live.
mean, was it
you feel me?
questioned?
But
Did
just
anybody
yeah,
ask?
just like you said,
I don't
nobody
think so.
really.
I don't
I
think
think
so.
that's where I'm going with
cares.
that.
I
Nobody
don't think
asked
so.
him.
No.
I mean, I just don't understand. What's
But
the
I don't.
point?
What I can't say is, I don't know what it feel like to live in the dark. You
Right.
get what I'm saying? So we don't know what this nigga going through when he go home and lay down that night. You feel me?
That's
So
true.
maybe he just felt like it was something that he needed to do and come out to the world. You feel me? And if you feel like you need to do that,
Well,
more power to you, brother.
I'm gonna give him a lineup. Okay, moving forward. So I had seen a post, and this is where our conversation is going tonight. This is funny. They actually had a toxic ass post, which is, I guess, it's attacking fathers. Should fathers they be canceled
Why?
because of same-sex marriages and single mothers? This
You
was
didn't even have to ask that.
this was a toxic ass post, right?
I think it's shock.
Hey,
Crazy.
did y'all see this post?
Yeah.
So I'm only asking you, do these people deserve a lineup who made this post?
They're
Because
trolling.
Should Father's Day be canceled because of same-sex marriages and single mothers?
So should Mother's Day be canceled?
That's what I'm asking, because I'm only saying that to say.
That's what I was tripping on when I read it. That's like, damn, they never posed that as a question. Like, what about the single fathers that's out
Right,
here?
that's
I did in the
just
comments.
Or what
ridiculous.
about
I was in the comments
fathers
that
that's
That
That's
shows you-
homosexual,
but that shows you
Should they cancel
but I'm
Mother's Day?
saying, but I'm saying that shows you the importance and basically the quality of fathers. Like, we're low quality to people for some odd reason.
I
Nah.
think that was a troll.
I don't think we low
that
quality.
was real. Yeah,
We're
I
the best.
don't-
We're at the best quality that we ever been. What it is
Ooh, I like
they
the way
trying
you
to
place- I like-
erase masculinity.
Right.
They trying to erase masculinity from the whole fucking face of the earth, and that's what this got to do with. You
How
get
you
what I'm
gonna say
saying?
Father Day
Yeah.
but not Mother's Day?
They want everybody to be equal, and I understand that, but everybody.
Where's the equalness when it's no erasing Mother's Day?
I just don't.
Just
think-
erase the day period. It's no
I-
parents.
yeah, but I
Yeah.
just
Erase parents
Just erase
today.
it.
What?
Yeah, but
Just
I just think that we need to understand too that people in this world are starting to really think that equal opportunity and equality is literally at an all-time, like, it has to be at a middle point. They think everybody should be equal, and that's just fucked up to believe that that can be true.
That's so fucked up.
Because I understand what equality stands for, and it's stuff that's actually common sense. But when it comes down to it, women believe certain things that men will never believe, and there are men who believe things that women can never do. So I understand that part. But I mean, common sense is a man is not going to sock a woman in the face and she's going to stand up still like she's a nigga. There are
You sure
some.
about that?
There are some. But you get what I mean by that.
Mhm.
Then there are men who cannot literally nurture a baby like a woman could. So it's like there's some things that you might say, yeah, it can happen, but it's very questionable in reality. But where's the accountability for that
Right.
questionable part? Like
And
some
that's a
things,
fact.
some
because
things
I
can't.
always go to nature. I
Yeah.
always go to nature. If
Right,
you want
right.
to look at the natural order of things, then you gotta look at you gotta look at another a species outside yourself.
Always.
And if you look at animals and then you look how they operate, it's never the father nurturing the babies. It's always the mother. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
The reason why it's the mother
It's
because
a habitat. It's natural.
right, because animals don't think for themselves. It's just shit that's encoded in their DNA. You get what I'm saying? So when you see the mother caring for the child, that's the way that the shit is supposed to go.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? He just gave us brains, and now look. He just gave us brains, and now since we not dealing with the same women that we used to deal with, like back in the day,
Right.
the women is saying, nah, fuck that. We changing the narrative.
Right.
Y'all need to care for these babies too. And I'm not saying nothing is wrong with that, but that's just an example of how we're not dealing with the same women that we used to deal with back in the day. And not saying that it's a good or a bad thing, but now women are more career driven. They want to get out and get their own money. They want to go out and have their own fun. They want to have their own life. You get what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. But where the problem comes in at is if you don't want to be the woman of old, but you still want the man to be the man of old. That's where the problem becomes, because if women are out here making the same amount of money, or if not more, you cannot tell a nigga he's supposed to bring in his whole check and pay for the whole house. You can't do that because that's not going to work. On what planet do that work?
But then it's certain things that make
Okay, before I forget, because I will. If I don't recollect, I recall y'all on one of y'all episodes recalling about how the men would like to be courted sometimes.
how the man will basically like to be treated as if he's
Such.
the same equal.
It's such.
Yeah.
I don't want to be
So
treated
you see
equal.
where I'm going with this.
So I'm gonna go there.
Men don't want to be, let me tell you something. Men don't want to be courted. We want to feel wanted.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
And it's
So
and it's
you don't
Okay,
gotta,
but
you don't gotta court us.
I mean,
Women don't gotta court us. We don't need you to do what we do. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
if
I'm gonna go there because I feel
like if I'm choosing you,
yeah, but I think
then you need to, yeah.
yeah, but I
Wait, let him finish.
Everybody's a choice.
I know he was gonna say
Wait, let me
I'm not saying nothing the wrong way.
I just need to can I hear what you gotta say?
because you're saying it very masculine, like
very.
like you're telling a woman that because I chose you, it's a demanding reason that you
Let me
need
tell
to
you
do
something.
the things that I'm telling
No,
you.
let me tell you something.
It's-
Only you can tell a
It sounded
motherfucker how
like
you
some
need to be loved. Only you can tell somebody how you need to be loved.
Yeah, but I think
I can tell somebody what I need from my woman. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I think that adds towards you saying that you're gonna do what I want you to do. You know what I mean? Like
That's
that
not
type
what
of.
I'm saying, though.
No, but I'm saying that
That's
adds.
how it comes off.
I'm
That's
saying
how
what it
that
adds
just
to.
came out.
So I'm gonna reiterate what you
The
said
only
in a
thing
better
I
way
said
though.
is we want to feel wanted.
Yeah, but being wanted.
How's that
saying
telling
that,
somebody what to do?
Well, you just said out your
I
own.
chose.
You just said out your own
How's that telling
mouth.
somebody what
I
to do?
chose you, so guess what? You gotta do what I said to do. That's kind of where you went with that when you said it.
Are we not thinking about what I'm saying though, or are we just?
That's why I said let
at the
him finish, because maybe he had
No,
like
because I'm saying,
part two.
are we just really looking on the surface of what I'm saying? You
Why
get
they
what
go
I'm saying?
past the chose?
Yeah,
I chose
Yes,
you.
I chose you.
At the end of the day, if me and you in a relationship, I choose to be in a relationship with you. You choose to be in a relationship with me.
Okay.
So as my woman, only you can come to me and tell me how you need to be loved. And as your man, it's important for me to hear what you need to be loved, and for me to reciprocate that back to you and what you need to be loved. You feel what I'm saying? What I just said is that men, we don't want to be courted. We don't need y'all to court us like we do y'all.
Right.
We don't need y'all taking us out on dates and spending money. We don't need that, right? We don't need that.
Right.
We don't need that. What we want is to be wanted. You get what I'm saying? Now, when we get in a relationship, yes, take me on a date sometimes.
okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay.
Take me on a date sometimes. I'm not telling you to take me on a date all the time. Take me on a date
I support
sometimes.
you, but at least
Yeah, you don't gotta court me. You already got me.
Yeah, but what does
But the
I
court
courted
should
you.
stop.
But what
It should
does-
keep going,
Yeah,
right?
but what does wanted look like? That's what I'm trying to go to. So I'm going into what you said in previous shows. It's not the question of me wanting to be treated like a girlfriend, because that's kind of what all the women say when they come on here. So you want to be treated like
But
a
that's
girlfriend?
so
That's
You treated like a bitch?
not
That's
okay
not-
to say.
No, but I'm saying that's what women say. That's not what we're
That's not
saying.
okay.
What A said, which is a perfect example, is make me feel like we are still in our first honeymoon stage. Make me feel like you want me, meaning that we're still in that stage of saying, I'm going to do as much as you do for me and give you the same energy. Match my energy. And matching the energy doesn't always mean you have to buy me something or take me out. Matching my energy is maybe I could have came home. Maybe you do end up making a meal, and guess what you did out after you made my meal? You got me some dessert from somewhere that you know I like. Maybe that's something that shows me.
The little things.
Yeah, the little things shows me that, okay, it don't even have to be no, oh, you bought me a brand new pair of shoes. Like I bought you some, that's nothing. It's you did something for me to make you understand that you're thinking about me. Because sometimes we don't know if you're thinking about us. You know what I mean? Like you coming home and doing a routine lifestyle with me makes me feel like, okay, are you happy or not? Because we're not doing nothing spontaneous. You're just telling me some shit that you already tell me. But what am I doing on Valentine's Day? What am I doing on Mother's Day? What am I doing for your birthday? What am I doing on special occasions when I know that you just had a big successful moment? What am I doing knowing that you had the kids all weekend? I'm thinking of all these different things because you are my woman and I know that these elements in your life are important. What's a man's most important element in his life for the most part? Probably his birthday.
So you're saying women don't give that same energy for
Well, we're
men?
not saying all
We're
of
just
it. We're saying that that's the identity of us saying that will be good to be shown as us being wanted from you to think about those little things. You don't think so? What I mean by
no, I understand you, but I'm just like,
what woman
doesn't show their
and that's something that you would be surprised that a lot of women lose in their relationship. It's not that they don't do it; they lose those qualities.
Falls off at some point.
Yeah, because some women, you know what we get for Father's Day, right?
Sorry.
We get whatever we get. That's what I said. That means that.
But it could be.
The homie said his Father's Day dinner is 2 tacos from Jack in the Box.
That's the coldest.
First, was he drunk? Because that's drunk food.
Nah, we was just fucking around. Like, even if he was just joking.
That's
For
fair.
niggas to come out and say that, you know it's a problem.
Yeah.
We was driving down the street right here and we seen somebody out here selling Father's Day baskets.
Right.
And I said, damn, that's the first time I ever seen that before. I've never seen that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so that right there tells you in itself that the energy for the fathers is not reciprocated.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That tell you right there in itself. For a nigga to come in here and say his Father's Day meal on some joking shit is 2 tacos from Jack in the Box. It's like, it's funny as fuck because 2 tacos is $1.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Sounds
But
about right.
you got niggas that really get that type of shit, like, or really get that type of treatment. You feel what I'm saying?
So going in for the conversation for tonight, since we just talked about that post obviously deserved a lineup though. Same-sex marriages and single mothers, they don't get no pass.
So ready
There's
to
still
scrap the
Father's
feminist.
Day, and there's still people out there who raise their kids that don't have women in their life. So all that other shit, y'all can stop all that. All right.
That's terrible.
Why are black men given 2 popular titles of being strong and weak? So I want to identify these things since we're black males and we don't have a female audience member here.
Okay.
We have female audiences here. They're gonna give us I know they're gonna give us the faces and stuff. Holly in for sure. I know Holly gonna be on us. Anthony gonna look at us like, what are you talking about? But biggest flaw for a black man. I do think the biggest flaw for a black man is not wanting to love a woman until she loves him first. I think that's a big flaw for a lot of black men. I know as me being a black man, I can't put my all into a relationship until I know a woman is gonna do certain things. I have 3 things that women do, and it's funny because my fiance don't even know. Taking me out on a date and paying for it, making sure that you actually introduce me to your family without me saying anything, and lastly, I just love a woman who can actually coordinate with my friends, meaning that she can cordially have conversation around. So those natural things right there show me how much of a woman you are. You have any of those that you've seen or you expect from a woman before you make her your girlfriend? Because I think that was my biggest flaw. If I don't see those things, I can't even think about loving you.
I had this conversation with my partner all the time, and it's just like I said, I don't necessarily need those 3 things up front.
Right.
But it's just like the energy just needs to be reciprocated. Like I said, like whatever I'm giving you, of course, like I feel like the man is always gonna come in a little standoffish at first. The woman might be the more aggressive one.
Right.
As far as when it comes down to the relationship
portion,
aspect,
yeah.
because I already spoke on this also.
Right.
It's because we don't go around actively seeking relationships. You get what I'm saying?
I got you.
When we not in a relationship, we chilling. When women not in a relationship, they sitting back hoping they was in one. You get what I'm saying? Naturally.
Right.
So, I think that, long as the energy is reciprocated, or I'm looking at you and I'm like, damn, she really into me. Like, you feel me? I feel like if I can say that, then
I can't.
The rest of the things follow. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I can't do that because what I do is I take maybe a 7 to 8 month span before I can even think about you as being my girlfriend, because you gotta pass those stages.
That's 7.
That's a long time to not even know if you like somebody.
I'm being real.
I do have a question. I actually do have a question. Because like right now in the dating stage I'm in, if you consistently talk to someone, right?
Right.
And y'all hang out, and I don't understand.
We hang out all the time.
How, not all the time, but enough. For you to really, like he said, like the energy is there. Like, dang, I like being with her. I like being with him. So like,
so perfectly, I'm explaining that.
Hold on, let me finish.
Go ahead.
So it's just like, you said 7 to 8 months. That's a long time.
I'm explaining why.
So to talk to someone consistently,
right,
for that long of a time, to hang out with them consistently, you don't like them?
No, it's turnoffs.
Are you having sex
It's
with
turnoffs. It's
during those 8 months?
No, I'm explaining to you why it's turnoffs though.
Okay, come on. Because I don't know.
No, because also you can date somebody but not make them your boyfriend and girlfriend. That's what
I understand that.
So let me explain why.
Nah, a lot of women fall for that nowadays.
Nah, but hold on. Let me explain why I'm going to that stage of what you're saying. Why can't I just say, hey, you're my girlfriend, or I'm feeling you this much to make you my girlfriend?
Because that's a long time.
During those months you just said that, okay, we've been kicking it. Maybe, 2-3 months, right? I'm just saying.
That's different. But 8 months and you're consistently talking to this one person? So,
I get annoyed. My bad. I get annoyed by turnoffs. Okay. So my thing is, I named 3 different things. I said being around my friends, introducing me to your parents, and then also just
courting you.
Yeah, just the idea of me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like we vibing, right?
Yeah.
So my thing is, if I can't vibe with you, maybe that's gonna be something that you allow. You said you allow being a energy maker, so that's automatically. That means that's just me and you. Right. But now when we
at that point y'all not kicking it no more, because if we ain't vibing, I'm not going out with you no more.
No, but I'm saying this is me saying, okay, you just passed phase 1. Okay. This is me. This is phase 1. This means that we vibing. Like I can stay after we have sex.
Got you.
Yeah, we're good. We can have a conversation.
We can run errands together.
Yeah, right. Okay. We can run errands together. Now my thing is, your family is a big part of you. So my thing is, when I come around your family, there's things that might turn me off from your mom, dad, brother, whatever. No matter how much we like each other, I don't care what nobody say. I am irritated if I go around your dad and he don't like me. I'm irritated.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable.
I'm irritated if your mom is just loud and rude as fuck. I don't know. I'm just saying these traits are things that I'm looking at from your family's perspective. I can't be around your family because I don't like it. I'm just telling you this because this is me. This is my personal turnoff. And then lastly, when I spoke about the whole identity of you being around my friends, if you're around my friends and you showing that you flirtatious, you don't know how to hold a conversation, you standoffish, why would I be with you? That makes me feel like you can't even be a part of my life, because then I'm uncomfortable when you're around my friends. So these 3 things are high quality to me when it comes to women. That's just me though.
That makes perfect sense. Like if they don't meet one of those 3, most likely not gonna work. But to 8 months.
Nah, you know what's one of my main things though?
Right.
If you can't link with my family and my sisters, then it ain't gonna work.
You get me? So I'm saying
my mom and my sisters, because I know how they are. Like, you feel me? That's like a real deal breaker. Like, if you find a problem with them and they can't get along with you, then it's not gonna never work with us, because it's not gonna work.
So your family and your friends matter most. So if they don't like your spouse, is no way y'all gonna work? Is that what y'all saying?
I'm not even really saying friends, because friends
or family. Okay, whatever is important to you, whomever.
But
that's not gonna work.
Because those
you feel the same way.
Those are deal breakers.
Like if your people don't like your move.
Those are deal breakers for me. I'm only saying that because it's my personal opinion on how I deal with it. Because my whole thing is like, you really can't even adjust yourself. Because I'm an adjustable person. You get me? So if I'm coming around,
a chameleon.
If I come around and I don't, if I come around your peoples and you know that there's some uncomfortable stuff they do, but I can still adjust, then I'm putting myself in a situation. So you got to be able to do the same thing, because we already have a bond together.
But is it like a heads up, like, yo, my mom, she was on drugs back in the day. So she be kind of loose, but like don't take it. Like if she give you a warning, she can't control that.
But think about how so many people have natural habitats like that and don't realize that that's dysfunctional. You get me? So that means they won't tell you that it's dysfunctional.
Because they don't even know.
I've been around niggas. I'm just saying. I've been around the girlfriends, niggas, like her peoples,
brothers,
that literally is like niggas that are smoking, drinking, and doing different shit out of my ordinary, and she's not there. So it's like you putting me in a predicament to where, and these niggas is like at risk at dying. You get me? Like you got guns on the table and shit. This is not my element. Like this is not my element. So my thing is, you putting me in a predicament now to where I have to build a relationship with these dudes.
And I know it's a fucked up thing to say, but
that's normal.
I'm gonna say it.
That's normal to her though. You get me?
Sadly.
You gotta kind of judge people on their family too.
Right.
I'm gonna leave that there.
But guess what? But guess where I'm going with this? But guess what?
I'm gonna leave that right there.
What does that mean?
Judge people
because we can't help. Listen, because we can't help the family we're born into.
Look,
so
we can't.
If my family is so dysfunctional,
why put me around it? Why put me around
which
it?
makes you think
the apple don't fall too far from the tree.
But why put me around it too?
No, and that's where it go. The apple don't fall too far from the tree. And this is what I'm saying. It's like
that's true.
I'm not saying totally 100% judge your mate off of their family and their surroundings. You get what I'm saying? But you can't be naive to the situation.
No, I'm not saying that either.
You can't be naive to the situation. So coming in, meeting a person's family is a large part of most relationships because you getting a chance to see where this person come from. You getting a chance to see how this person's brain was molded. Why do they think the way that they think? Why do they act the way that they act? The type of views that they have.
And I agree.
It all has something to do with your family.
I agree, but sometimes people don't have a real strong relationship with their family.
And
so
right.
like,
and you shall be penalized for that.
And right. So if I bring you around, if we're dating and I bring you around my family, like, yo, this is the deal. I'm giving you a disclaimer.
But guess what you're telling me about you though? You're a high quality person. That means that you are getting a pass. You get what I mean by that?
I'm letting you know what time
You're
it is?
aware of your surroundings. I'm saying there's people in my life who has put me in predicaments and they thought it was cool. Like that being a predicament I just said, like I was in a trap house, right? And they went to go get drinks. My thing is you wanted to go get drinks and kick it in a trap house and you left me here, you went to go. So my thing is we had a conversation after and guess what that conversation went like?
A fight?
I am so sorry. I didn't know. Really didn't know. So guess what I said? If that's something that you don't know, why should I fuck with you again on going to meet anything or do anything else with you, right? Then, right after that, another situation occurred, and I'm not lying, this is funny as fuck. I was literally in the car with people that had felons, like they have felonies. So my thing is, I'm in a car with people that have felonies because this is your family, this is normal, they normal people to you. But guess what? I'm in a car with these people that actually has warrants that can go to jail and I'm with them. I'm attached to whatever they doing.
You know what they gonna say?
I didn't know.
No, that was his gun.
Right, that was his gun.
I mean, just simple shit, but it's really like that. I mean, I know we all have people in our family that's, you know what I'm saying, that's not model citizens. Right. We wouldn't call ourselves model citizens. Right. You get what I'm saying? But certain shit that goes on in families and certain people, you got to take that into account. You have to. I'm not saying automatically X her out because she got a fucked up family, but a person's family and a person's upbringing and how they think is going to tell a lot about what you're going to go through with that person and the type of shit that you're going to have to work on with that person.
All right, so I got a question. As a black man, do you think less of black men? Be honest.
Oh, no.
You don't? When it comes down to the perspective of dating, though, do you think less of black men? Do you think that black men treat black queens how they should be treated? In the
yes, I do.
In the majority?
They gonna never tell me or never say on Instagram to make me feel no other way.
You better say that, King. Come on.
And I agree on that, too. I agree on that. So the follow-up question, which is going to be funny. Do you think black men disrespect black women as much as black women disrespect black men?
We probably do it more.
So that's what I'm going with that.
We probably do it more.
So that correlates with what I just said. Do you think less of black men, to be honest? You said no. So my thing is, with that being said, the disrespect, what makes you think that that's okay not to think less of them all?
What you mean? Oh, because we disrespect black women as a whole?
Yeah.
Why am I not looking at black men as less than?
Yeah.
Because, for one, I know that as a whole, it's people like us that's better than that and that overcome shit like that. Like, I feel like men who disrespect black women,
Right.
you gotta think where they got that from.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like we always judge the reaction,
Facts.
but we never judge the action. You get what I'm saying? So it's like
Message.
You better say that.
we want to talk about where this nigga got this hatred for black women from.
It's his
You
mom.
know what I'm
and his
saying?
side.
Yeah,
His
but we
father.
never dig deeper and try to figure out, well, what's going on with this dude? You feel me?
Right.
Where is he learning this from? Do he got a good relationship? Like, I have a good relationship with my mom.
Right.
You feel me? And that's why, as a result, I don't be out here disrespecting women.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I treat my women good. Everybody that I done been in a relationship, they gonna be able to tell you. You get what I'm saying? I don't gotta speak for, you know what I'm saying? I just
Right.
I don't carry myself like that, and I didn't have them type of issues when it came to my mom. And I grew up in a house with 6 sisters, so
I'm glad that
I
you're
might
saying
be
this.
different.
I'm glad that you're saying this because I want to break down a lot of shit right now that people don't want to hear. They don't want to hear, but they need to open their ears to it. A lot of black men get a lot of their behavior traits from their mom. Now let me explain to you where this comes from. There's not a large majority of black women that overpowers any other race because single mothership is probably at the same rate in every other race. We so-called put black women on the forefront for being single black women, but you'll be surprised that the numbers really do match when it comes to white women and Hispanic women being single mothers as well. We don't talk about this though.
Oh, God.
No, we don't talk about this because we usually think of a black female as being the single mother, and that's not true.
And I got something to say too, though.
Go ahead.
You gotta think about what a single mother is teaching the household.
So I'm going there. I'm going
Okay.
to break down. I'm gonna break down
I was
statistics.
raised by a single
First
mother.
of all, I would like people to identify in any social behavior science research that children learn their cognitive behavior from childhood all the way to teenhood from the person that's nurturing them. Who is considered the nurturer? A woman. So if you have a woman in your household that's dealing with a lot of, let's just say she's dealing with financial issues, she's dealing with mental hardships, she's dealing with emotional hardships, all of these things show during that cognitive childhood growth. So a lot of people's behaviors are learned behaviors from their mothers at an early age. How many of us know people, and I'm gonna say men, that are acting like bitches? That's because their mom might have been the one going off in line at Food for Less, cussing people out that's neighbors. They see that that's the way how you outburst your reactions of emotions. That's not learned from actual fathers for the most part that's not in the household because they're not there. I'm saying that to say, like, when you put numbers up, we want to say that there's more single mothers out there. That includes that even if the father's in your life, you're going to see him on the weekends or in the day, you're still a single mother. So your learned behavior means that the child is with you for the majority of the time. So guess what? When you have a child that's fucked up, he like to steal money, he like to do certain shit. Are you a scammer? Are you the person that's always doing certain shit in your household? Learned behaviors are really learned from mothers. And I'm saying that not to put mothers on blast in a bad way. I'm saying that this is the reason why a lot of people say that mothers do matter and your behavior as a mom matters. So that means that if you're a bitter single mom compared to a single mom that's receiving money and getting a nice friendship from the man that you had a child with, who is going to be most likely to be successful on that child partnership? This bitter mom or the child that has the mom that's getting love from the dad and financial support?
Right.
What do you think is going to be the better upbringing child?
Yeah,
Who's
You're
gonna have a better-
classifying is
Yeah,
bitter.
because
You have to classify the bitterness because y'all say anything is bitterness.
So bitterness is when you have a mother that's actually not happy with not having a father in the house, not receiving financial income, and she's also not happy with herself.
It's
So
not
all of
too
these,
classified.
but I'm saying these bitter things are showing up in your household. So guess what? Your child is gonna have that same type of response to things in life. So that's what I'm saying, that when I identify that and I come to that idea of what you just said about, your household and upbringing and the disrespect, that comes from your mom.
And like I said,
I don't wanna admit that,
No,
but it
I-
comes from your mom.
No.
When you beating a bitch ass, you really wanna beat your mom ass.
right? No, and the nigga talking some shit right now, and a lot of people not gonna want to listen to it. But it's more problems. It's more problems that derive from mommy issues than it is daddy issues. But what I really want to say is this: like I said, you have to go back to nature. Right. The mothers are the first teachers. Right. You get what I'm saying? The mother, like, you gotta think about it. Bro, the lions don't teach their kids how to hunt. Right. It's the lionesses out there. Right. It's the lionesses out there teaching their kids, because that's the natural order of shit and how it goes. Is no matter how you want to change the shit, right. Yes, you have some daddies who are superb daddies, and we not saying that daddies don't teach their kids nothing. We're not saying that.
Daddies teach kids.
We
how
have
to
a
act
different.
On emotion.
Yeah,
we ask kids. We
have different jobs.
Yeah, we have different jobs, and a kid is not like, especially a boy and a woman, a boy and a young lady. I mean, a young man and a young lady is not going to really need their father until they're 12 and 13, because a father shows you how to act on emotions and life lessons, which means that when you're feeling your emotions on certain things, your dad is going to tell you how you should react.
I think you need your dad a lot earlier.
The boy is gonna need the teachings from the father early. But the girl is gonna need the love. The girl is gonna need the love from the father.
Exactly. So I'm saying this to say, like, you give your daughter confidence when she's in middle school. She might get teased. She might not be able to converse with other people. What do you do as a father? You make sure you hype your daughter up. You tell her how beautiful she is. You let her know that she will receive the things that she's asking for. What you do with your son is, you don't always want to fight, bro. You want to make sure you have a reason to fight. You want to make sure that when you feeling sad, you're bottling them emotions into understanding what's logical, rather than you just being in your feelings.
Wait.
No, it's not that you're bottling it, but it's the idea of you acting on a logical reference. Because if you're a boy, this is something hard for some young men that would never admit. When you're a young man and you like a girl, right? Your emotions is high. It's hard to control. If you don't have a man around, you don't know exactly what's cool. There's kids who outdo themselves when they like somebody in middle school. You might bring her roses and shoes. You know what happens? They laugh at you. Some niggas will laugh at you, bro. You're a simp. Then there's people who don't know how to channel those emotions, because it's like, damn, I overdid it. Now I don't know if I should even do that. Maybe I should just be mean to this girl so they can be cool with me. So that's what I mean by your emotions go up and down. So you have to show a young man how to bottle it and make sure they use it the right way. It's just like if a nigga is shooting on you, I'm gonna tell my son to shoot back. There's niggas out there that's just gonna fight because that's all they know. I don't know how to shoot, so I'm gonna beat this nigga the fuck up. So it's like your emotions range when you're a young man. A woman doesn't know this though, because she don't feel what we feel. A woman can feel whatever she feel, act on it, and she's gonna receive either a positive or negative a perspective on it. We don't get that. Everything that we do is either that's super wrong, or guess what? That was super nice.
So let me ask you this. So, like, what do you do, like,
no, that's true.
If you have a baby girl and a baby boy, and the little girl falls? What do you do? Like, get back up, you baby her?
No,
that's what we always do. That's what I said.
So what you do for the baby boy who falls?
Right. A woman's behavior and how she goes about shit has always been pacified since I see it in my daughter. Right. You get what I'm saying?
So that's what my thing is. So so when your son falls, do you let him know, like, hey son, you're gonna be okay, or stop crying, or it's okay to cry?
You gotta think.
Release this.
No, you gotta think. Where the fuck did we learn how to be a man from? So we teaching them
to be tough.
Only what we know.
But why be tough?
No, but look, you gave a perfect example.
Because being tough is what you have to be.
Because in reality, I'm a single parent when it comes to the twins, right? Like, I do have a partner.
Right.
No, but I'm saying I do have a partner. But there was a point in time where I was a single parent and I had a boy and a girl. So everybody is like, how do you match behaviors, right? First of all, they naturally have their own personalities, and they naturally are men. They actually are girl and boy. Like, they do things that boys do, they do things that girls do. You gave an example of when they fall, how do I react to both of them?
Yeah.
So firstly, I ain't gonna lie, my daughter fall and I noticed that she hurt. I noticed already, it's not that she's just a girl, she's more sensitive than he is. Which means that when she falls, it's more feminine.
You have to baby her?
No, but look, she falls just a little bit more harder, right? So I show more attentiveness to when she falls, right? When my son falls, it's not that I don't show attentive. I help him get up, I pick him up, and I be like, bro, it's okay. Like, relax. Like, it's okay. Because guess what? You didn't fall as extra out as she did. You for sure have pants on. You don't have shorts on. And not just that, you're going to fall even harder because you're going to be playing with boys that are going to be pushing you.
That's what I think.
No, but
that's
I'm
what
only
I'm
saying
going
that.
to.
But
Like,
yeah, but I'm only saying
do
that to say
y'all
like the
baby the
masculinity.
boys?
Yeah, but the masculinity is natural.
Mm-hmm.
Like me and you, if we go to the club, it's more likely I'm gonna get pushed. I'm just saying. It's
Yeah, I think it's natural. I think it's natural. I think it's natural for us not to baby the boys.
Right.
Like I be thinking about certain situations that I'll be in with my daughter.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I know for sure if I had a son, I would have fired this shit up already.
But do you think that's subconsciously teaching him like, oh man, I can't cry if I hurt my knee or something to my dad? Is he gonna think I'm a punk or something?
When that comes to my placement in life now, my son is 6, so we have conversations. I tell him it's okay to. I tell him it's okay to cry. I tell him, but make sure that if you cry, you have a reason to cry as well. And I tell him that because your emotions in general, when it comes down to you being like,
They matter.
A black man. I'm saying a black man. Your emotions that shows when you're a black man. It kind of shows the idea of what you can deal with in life as you grow older. Because this is the funniest thing. Y'all might say I'm whatever y'all might want. Y'all might say I'm doing some extra shit. My son is light skinned as hell. He's like the pretty boy. He's like the pretty boy light skin. You know, green eyes, light skin. He low key is a fucking redhead. Like he's a real light skinned boy, right? The thing about him is. They automatically, and I see it when I go to the park and when he's around his cousins, they think he a bitch. They naturally think my son is soft.
Lighter skin with light eyes.
I'm telling you what they see, and I see it because I can see what you see, right? But guess what? I put him in certain situations intentionally to make him ready for those things, right? So now my son is actually shooting back. You know, he got little jokes like calling little niggas pooty heads and shit. he actually picking up the basketball.
Like a motherfucker when they be calling each other pooty heads.
So little shit. So I'm saying little shit like
you
that.
know nowadays the kids don't say booty heads.
Right, but I'm saying
them cuss words though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying literally me putting him in certain scenarios built him to have the skin for it, right?
And that's why
and guess what? He knows he's light skinned. I made sure my son know he's light skinned. Like I made sure my son know he is light skinned. I don't care what nobody say. They say, oh, you can't be doing the skin shit. My son needs to know he's light skinned and be very confident in his skin. And also know that he's black. I tell him, there's going to be niggas that's going to hate on you. They're going to try to tell you that you're not like them. But guess what? You're just like them. And it's not that because you're light skinned, you're not black. It's just because you're light-skinned, people are going to think you have advantages over them. He's 6 years old and he kind of is getting the understanding.
You better say that.
Your son is 6 and Sean is 14, 15, about to be 15. Yeah. And my son experienced that whole light-skinned, dark-skinned. The one was trying to like be hard on him. Yeah. It's like, whoa, son, beat his ass. Because they're trying to test you because you light skinned and we don't care.
Facts.
No, I gotta say something. I got a quick little story. I think that men are here to provide the mentally stable aspect that the women are not able to provide.
And the tough
skin. For whatever reason, and the tough skin. And I think I learned a lesson about this when I was in. How the fuck old are you in 6th grade?
You probably 11 or 12.
11 or 12. Anyways, I was living in Corona, right? Every fucking kid in the neighborhood would call me the N-word, right? And immediately I would fire that shit up. I'm from Atlanta.
Wait, non-black?
Yeah, non-black. Non-black. I'm firing that shit up. I was tomatoing everybody in the whole neighborhood. You feel what I'm saying? So I went to a school. I had no friends. Nobody played with me. Nobody talked to me. No nothing. At lunch, nobody fucked with me. Nobody nothing. I was by myself every day, right? So I got called the N-word again in school. Right. I fired his shit up again. Boom, I got suspended, right? But the principal was in there tripping on me as if I already did something wrong. And then she called my auntie and my uncle and she left a little fucked up message like, I think he's really a disturbed child. Like, and she said this on the answer machine. And then at that point is when I realized I can't let words dictate my actions. You feel me? Because when I look around, I'm the only nigga tripping.
And you gonna be fighting.
I'm gonna be fighting everybody. I look around, I'm the only nigga tripping. I get on the school bus, everybody like, ooh, there you go.
And that's where you had a logical, and that's
you
where
find the nigga shit up.
And that's where you had a logical bottle of your emotions.
Yeah, that was
and guess what you did when you bottled your emotion? You thought logical.
Yeah.
You thought logical.
I didn't think logical.
No, but I'm speaking in reference to now you look around.
Yeah,
And you said the logical answer here is not to fight these niggas.
Logical, it's
That's
just
what
like,
I'm saying.
you know what I'm saying?
You thought about something logical. See, that's what men do when they have children that get older. They give them logical reasoning. What women do during that process, from them being 0 to fucking 10 years old, is let them know what's wrong from right, and also showing them a positive attitude.
Because I feel like we actually learn lessons. I'm gonna say this, and I know a lot of women not gonna agree with what the fuck I said.
Here we go.
But I don't care anyway.
Right.
Say that.
That's true though.
A nigga go through a relationship where he got cheated on multiple times, right? That nigga's gonna make sure that he does everything in his fucking power to never feel like that again.
That's true.
You have women who constantly go through the same fucking shit with different niggas over and over and over and over again.
Attracting the same energy.
Why? Because we're thinking logical. Like, our whole thing is like, nah, we already know when motherfuckers is moving like this say something totally different.
That's true.
I'm not going with that. I'm doing everything in my power to never feel like that again. I know that hurt me.
Right.
And I'm going to do everything in my power to not feel like that again. But you got women.
You know what?
Who sit in
Everybody on the same page?
over and over
Everybody
and
on
over
the same
again.
pace.
I am.
Once you go through one thing, everybody's on the same pace. Me, you, and you. You go through the same thing you go through. You go through the same thing. You, boop, boop, bop, bop, bop. We all gonna move exactly how we all moved. Period.
No,
right?
that's true.
That's true.
Right?
I think
Everybody-
emotions
No,
cloud our
everybody-
judgment.
No, I agree with what you're saying,
Emotions
but I just
cloud
think
our
that.
judgment. And I think
Period. Everybody is different.
Clap for him.
Hey,
Everybody is different.
Hey, but
There's
look,
no way
no,
I
but
can
look.
say you got your heart broken. So sorrow.
Right.
Right.
So sorrow.
Right.
Very sad. And you handled it the way you handled it.
Mhm.
You got your heart broken the same way.
Right.
You mean to tell me you about to handle it how he did?
I
Come
did
on.
though.
I'm just asking.
No,
But-
He's
You
not.
too?
come on,
You
no,
too?
absolutely
No.
not.
No, but this is the
You
thing.
too?
This is the thing.
You too?
The thing that I was speaking on is the mindset. I was thinking about the mindset
That's
because
the same, your mindset
because
is
no,
the same
look,
mindset as his
no,
when you
look.
heart
This
broke.
this what I'm saying. This what I'm saying. This what I'm saying. When we go through heartbreaks in situations with women, and it really totally fucks us up. Our whole movements and how we move after that is dedicated.
Scorned.
Not
The
necessarily
first
scorned.
6 months. Come
No,
on, let's
no. We're not talking about the first 6 months. We're talking about for the rest of life.
Okay, but
We're
let's
talking about for the rest
But
of
is that bottling your emotions and allowing
It's not
yourself
bottling
to
no
feel
emotions.
anymore?
It's not bottling emotions.
Because that's
it's
what it
being,
sound
No,
like.
it's not bottling
No, okay,
emotions.
no.
It's being logical and knowing what you're going for and what you can't. Now we all know. Like I don't know no nigga, right? Who just get cheated on every relationship he in. I've never known a nigga. I've never known a nigga
Hey, you're not
that go
lying,
through
though.
that.
You're not
You feel what I'm
lying,
saying?
though.
But we
I
all
do
can
know
name women.
Okay.
We all can name women that go through that, and that's
Yeah.
what I'm.
No,
And
this
this
is
is not
funny.
this is not a
Hold
woman
on,
versus
hold
men
on.
thing.
Right,
I'm just
right.
saying.
Hold on, that's funny because you said you know men.
I do know
No,
men.
listen. You said you know men that do that, right? But
Yeah.
I bet you it's a reason why that person is dealing with women like that.
But they be valid? You telling me it's a valid
It's
reason?
a valid reason.
It's a
I don't
valid
know.
So is it
I
not
don't
a
know what the
valid
reason
reason
is.
for
No,
a
it's a
woman
valid
to
reason
do
for a
that?
man to be a
I don't know what the
womanizer.
reason
That's
is
what
valid.
you telling me.
It's a valid.
It's a valid reason for a man to be a womanizer.
Whew.
A man to be a womanizer.
It's
I'm
a
not
valid
answering
reason for
that.
a
I was
man
answering
to
the
be
first
what he
question.
needs to be
I
as
was
far as a
answering-
cheater.
I was answering the first question.
No, he was saying a man
I
can
can
get
answer that
cheated
question, but
on.
I wanted to answer the first question.
My
No,
guy
go ahead.
said it feels like the women in the room are listening to respond rather than comprehend.
Ooh.
Oh,
See,
well, let
I
me
ain't
shut
saying
my
that.
ass up and listen.
No, for real, because you know where I'm going with that.
I ain't saying
I was
that.
I thought I was listening.
No,
I
no,
thought-
because
I'm listening,
look,
but
he made a good statement. I don't know men that really like go for women. I guess you could say, what's the word I'm looking for?
Ratchet.
Notorious cheaters?
Serially,
Serial
Serial
cheaters.
cheaters.
serial
A
cheaters.
serial
I don't,
cheater.
yeah, I don't know men who actually
Serial
have
cheater.
women that are serial cheaters in their life, right? But I know men who attract women that are
Mm-hmm. Like
beyond
that.
their expectations
Mhm.
and say, you know what? I might take an L with this one, but guess what? I'm still gonna date her.
Mm.
I know men who deal with women like that, and those are men who get cheated on.
That's what I'm saying. I know the same
Right,
too.
so I don't know a lot of men who actually have women cheat on it. That's what I'm saying. But where he was going with that was most men are going to act logically after they get cheated on. Most women don't really act logically after they get cheated on. Most. I'm not saying that all.
Yeah.
Most. They don't act because guess what? They
I
act
agree.
more on. I
Emotion.
can change him. I can change him, and that's sad. But
Super sad.
going into
Since
but since we're on that conversation, she was asking me about is it okay for men to be womanizers? I think that women allow men to be womanizers. That's my answer to that, and I'm gonna explain why.
Wait, you said what?
I think that women allow those men to be womanizers. I'm gonna explain to you why.
I agree.
That's an absolute fact.
Yeah,
Everybody
I agree.
allow everybody to be what they
But,
are.
yeah.
So a nigga who is with a girl
He
who
only
is a
gonna treat you how
manonizer,
you
Right.
allow.
if a girl is a manonizer, you feel what I'm saying?
A manonizer.
That man is sitting back allowing that woman to manonize
I agree.
him.
Okay, I gotta end this.
They only
Let me
gonna do
end
what
this.
you
God
allow.
damn it.
So I agree.
Okay, so where I'm going with that is,
I didn't think you didn't do the wrong word, manonizer.
I'm gonna have to write that down.
but where I'm going with that too, because this is a question I wanted to ask before we end our show tonight.
That nigga sick, man.
I want to ask women this: can you date a man who doesn't have what you have by his natural background, but he is thriving? Because of his natural background, he doesn't have the same things you have, right? Can you date a guy like that? Because I wanted to go into answer that. I mean, I wanted to answer this question because they posed it, and I wanted to make sure it was.
Like, what do you mean? Like, our backgrounds are different?
No,
like, what do
just
you
can
mean?
you date a man that doesn't have what you have? He doesn't have a car.
He's not
Like all
working,
black
like,
women don't.
But you
Okay.
see,
Keep going.
but you see him thriving though.
My thing is this. If you are not able just to merely take care of yourself,
Right.
you should not be dating anything. That shouldn't even be your priority.
I like that. So her answer
But
to
now
that
you got
was-
Okay, no, I don't
you really
agree with
need
that.
a-
I
You really
don't
don't need
agree.
a car. So
I don't agree.
you got Uber now.
Yeah,
Oh, no, that's what I don't.
No, but I like
Can
what
you
you
take care of
said.
yourself?
I
That's
like what you
my
said.
issue.
You said that if you cannot take care of yourself, you should not be
Okay,
dating.
no.
So
Period.
no, so I get yours. So you,
Okay.
Twin, you had a response to that?
Because what I took from it, I didn't agree. But once you broke it down, I did agree.
Right.
But in real life, like at the end of the day, like it is what it is.
You
So
can't
like
help who
so,
you
so,
like.
so your answer would be you
You
like who
can't
you
help
like.
me.
You can't help
Exactly.
who
You
like.
can't help what the universe connected you with. Period.
So what I want to do is
You can't.
A lot of people be overlooking that universe.
That's
can't.
true, but
Right.
A lot
then
of people be
They
overlooking
in
that
your life for
universe.
a reason. Whether it's for a season or not.
unless
So I got a question. So I got a
A lot of people
question.
overlooking
I got a
the
question for you, Ace, before we close out, because I want to flip this
Question
question.
me then.
I want to flip this question. I'm a
Question, boy.
I'm gonna question you, bro. Can you date a woman who doesn't have what you have because of her background, but you can see the potential in her? Can
Of course.
You can?
Of course.
And I think that that's something that women gotta understand that makes everything not comparable when it comes to women saying that men ain't shit. Men have to actually find that spark in a woman and make sure that he fixates his mind that he's going to be a provider. You get what I mean by that? I'm trying to show you the mindset for men getting in a relationship with women. We have to make sure that we bypass financially what you can do for yourself.
Ooh.
Because we gotta be the providers in general regardlessly. But guess what we look at after that? Once we bypass that part, now we're starting to see your flaws that you can't see. And
Yeah.
you don't want to fix those things while we just took I'm not gonna say an L, we just took a big step into a relationship with you to be that provider. Because we have to make our mind up when we say yes to be a boyfriend. You get what I mean? Because we always talk about dating. Dating is dating. For a man to be your boyfriend, this is why we don't want to be in a relationship. We have to literally take a big step back and say, I'm going to take care of this woman.
But I just feel like falling in love with potential, already you setting yourself up.
But I'm only saying
No,
that
I
to
gotta
say,
say something.
I'm only saying that to say that that's why women always want to know, what do you bring to a relationship? How do you know that how do you know that
Clearly, you dating somebody younger.
Right, because women always women don't ever identify what's the difference between a girlfriend and a boyfriend.
I don't know.
I mean,
the
they don't,
thing is
they
that-
don't identify that. We don't know what a girlfriend does. We don't know what a boyfriend does. But guess what? We know what a wife does. We know what a husband does. So guess what? How can you ask a man what a boyfriend does when you know what a boyfriend really does? He's already in place to be a husband.
Can I say
When
something?
he makes you his girlfriend, whether you believe it or not.
Can I say
But just
something
like-
to the audience, please?
Yep.
But you doing girlfriend. But look, girlfriends say I'm not doing
I think-
wife shit.
Oh,
I think that women-
Me, cut the cameras off.
I think that our women, we kind of get it misconstrued when
I like that, Chelsea.
they say,
Some nice shit.
what do you bring to the table? They automatically think that a man is talking about financially,
Right.
because that's how they look at us.
Right.
I don't know. I said this last episode,
Look.
I didn't agree with that.
Look, they always think about
You ain't
that
listening.
we're talking on a financial point
They do.
because that's how they looking at us. We're talking about, can you be there for me mentally?
Like
You get what I'm saying?
Last question.
Are you somebody that I
you
can
just,
tell?
No, look, you just. The last question. Look, the last question because you're talking
Can't
about
drink
it.
on this
The
now.
last question because you're talking about it. Are black women hard on black men? Are black women hard on black men?
You want
Black
the truth or
men
you
are
want the
hard
fake?
on black
I want
men.
the truth, bro. Are black women hard on black men? Because you're talking about it right now.
Of course.
Of course.
Are black men hard on black women?
No.
Let's be true. Are you kidding me? Y'all want us to surpass certain
You see
shit
what you're
that
saying,
y'all
right?
do.
You see what you're saying? That's a
Let's
percent.
see.
That's
Now we talking about good men. We're not talking about.
Look, I'm gonna kill. No, look.
Because
I'm
y'all
not
said
trying-
something about the potential.
No, but look,
in
twin.
women.
But look, twin.
And
We're not trying to.
we don't look
But look, we're not trying to kill you off. But look, your perspective on what you think that we think is your perspective. You get what I mean by that?
Vice versa.
It's
No,
not,
no,
it's
because-
still perspective.
No, because
Did
look.
you not hear
No,
yourself
because
on the
look.
potential of women?
No, because look.
That is
No, because look.
crazy.
No,
How
because
do you-
look.
I got it.
No, because look. I'm gonna go there right now before we close out. When you ask black women what they want from black men, you know what they usually say?
What do we say?
Oh, golly, I said I got it.
Respect. Respect, right? Respect. I hear this all the time. What do black women want from black men? Respect, right? So I'm asking you a question. What do black men want from black women? Give me an answer. You can think of a million of them.
Respect? The fuck?
Because you matter just as much as I do.
What?
No,
Y'all swear to
no,
God,
no,
black
but
women don't
no,
respect
no,
y'all
no.
as black men. Are you kidding me?
Are you serious? Are you serious when it comes down to that being an answer, though?
Are you kidding me?
Wait,
There's
And you
no-
said that
no,
for
those
black
are
women
multiple-
for respect?
No, those are multiple answers.
we don't-
But you said for black women.
Black women will always say that they want respect from black men.
No, you
But
said
when
as
you
a
ask-
black man from women, you want respect.
No, I was speaking in reference to person asking you, what do you want from black men? And I said most women.
And what do
say
you want
respect.
from women?
What do you want?
What do you want from a woman?
When they ask us, we give multiple answers.
What do you want from a black woman?
What I want from black women in general is to also be respected.
Of course.
I'm being honest with you, but
Y'all start the fuck off with the disrespect.
No,
on
but
this.
I'm going.
Are you kidding me?
But I'm going.
Nah,
somewhere with that.
I'm thinking. I'm feeling like you talking about a different breed of nigga right now.
No, because I'm going somewhere with
And you
that.
can't be
I'm
mad at her
feeling-
for
no, I'm
that.
feeling like that.
But you
It's
can't be
no
mad.
way.
That was
But you
her
said y'all start
experience.
with the disrespect, and it's like I'm as a nigga like me, I'm thinking how.
No, you
I don't
was amazing.
disrespect.
I
But
can't
that's
even
what
say
I'm
that.
going.
You
You
know what
was
I'm saying? So
amazing.
I don't know what the fuck.
And
this
that's
is
why,
talking about.
and
No,
then
but
I can't even.
no, but I'm going.
I'm not
I'm going-
generalizing it on everything because he was an amazing dude. He was.
Right.
He
Who,
is. He
What
is
you
an
mean
amazing dude.
was?
That's why. Did
He
you not
is.
hear me correct myself?
So
He is an
okay,
amazing dude,
so I'm saying
so-
perspective though. Also, black. You see how you just said.
But
you want us
it
to
ain't
wear-
even my
no,
situation.
no,
I'm just saying certain situations. It's crazy.
But men will only do what a woman
okay,
allows.
look, okay, look. Hold on. We
Y'all
need all.
are
Because
crazy.
women are menonizers,
Can I
and
get-
that's what
you get-
And y'all are womanizers.
women are menonizers, and it's not a lot of
Give
things
me one
said about
second.
this.
Give me one
I
second.
love this word.
Give me
Y'all don't got the floor.
I need to hear him say it 2 more times.
Hold on. Give me 1 second. So we agreed on. You agreed on respect. Let's just say okay. That's
No,
it.
that's That's
So
a
now let's
given.
go here. Expectations. What do black men expect from black women? It's not gonna be just. I'm saying respect is already out. We just established that as being. When we ask for expectations, you know what women do for the most part? They project what we think of them. They say, "Oh, you want our hair done? You want us to look this way? You want us to be this way?" We don't say that.
That's your
Yeah,
experience.
we don't
No,
say that.
That's
though.
your experience.
No, but that's
Because
no.
I just said something about the same. I just
Nobody don't
generalized
give a
a
fuck if
certain
you
guy.
have a
I think
bad hair
that's
day.
generalizing.
You're not looking your
I
best.
think
You
you're-
going off your experience.
Yeah, but
because
Nobody's
so
giving
valid-
a
dealt
fuck.
with me.
Yeah, but I think
You
your
ain't dealt with me,
validation-
or you ain't dealt with somebody that's like me.
But
I do
I'm
have
saying,
a I do
think
have a
your
rebuttal
validation-
to that.
But I think your
Let me get
validation
close
on
out.
you believing that is true is the person that you dealt with, not the majority. You get what I mean by that now? Because I don't think my validation revolves around what a woman thinks about me. I think most black women revolve around the idea of a light-skinned nigga saying one thing or a black nigga. I mean, listen to me. A light-skinned nigga saying one thing or a black nigga saying something about I like biracial girls, and then that affects you as a black woman.
I love this because
I do have a question. I do have a rebuttal to that.
Go ahead.
Like, I feel like, all right, we together, right?
We got to
Like you just said.
Oh, please, hashtag that.
Wait, like you just said,
have a
That
whole
is,
show on
that's a
Mennonites.
good one.
Like y'all just said, y'all don't care if the woman's hair is not done, if she's light,
Nah, we don't care
dark,
about that.
Yes, y'all
lashes,
do.
whatever the case.
Nah,
But
we
you
don't
gotta
care about that. You
understand.
just can't do
But
it for
listen,
multiple
you gotta
days in a row.
understand like
So
how
you care.
y'all subconsciously make us feel.
We not
When
doing-
y'all do go on Instagram and y'all liking all the women who
All the bad bitches.
body is
Like,
done,
all the
she's
bad bitches.
super
I don't do
light,
that.
super curly hair, whatever
I
the
used
case.
to.
It's like dang. Or we watching TV, you like dang she bad. Or we out on our
I'm being
date,
as
you
honest as I
looking.
can. I
It's
used to
like
do that.
yo,
I
how
don't
you
do
think
that.
that make me
I
feel?
swear to God, I don't do that.
I used to be
But
real
can you
shallow.
see how that can make a woman feel a
No, I
certain
can see
way?
how I can make a woman feel, but I don't
But
do
that's
that.
all women, not just black women. That's all women. I'm only saying that to say, like, I just feel that sometimes, and I'm being realistic,
Mm-hmm.
black women, they really think that our opinion is the majority, and I think that those
Because if
men
you
think-
my man, your
But I'm saying
opinion
those men-
matters. If you're my man,
Ooh,
your
you are
opinion matters.
big.
Like,
Okay, so look at
I'm
what
with you on that.
like what do you mean?
Okay,
Like-
okay, so Holly, perfect example.
Okay.
I'm brown. I'm
We
pretty
brown
dark.
together.
I'm just saying, I'm pretty
Mhm.
dark. I don't care what a light skinned
What
girl
is
think.
it?
No, I'm just saying, I
Right,
don't care.
okay.
But when you vice versa put that in reference, also it's how you were raised, but for the most part, you will hear a lot of women that are African American
Mm-hmm.
rely on what light skinned niggas say sometimes.
But listen, and I think
I'm
speaking
cutting in
from
episode
experience,
23. This nigga said he had at one point loved
Me?
life.
I said that.
she
I
said
said-
no, I
episode
said that.
23.
No, it was him.
It wasn't me.
Yeah,
Let her
we
finish.
gotta
Go
let's
ahead.
go back in the
My nigga said
Oh,
episode.
you talking about
23.
way
She
back
said
in the day.
episode
No way back in the day. We were back here.
But you
Talking about
are
preference.
allowed. You are
And
allowed
your
to change.
preference.
I never said that here. Never. I'm being honest
No,
with
he
you.
didn't say that here.
Okay,
I
no,
remember.
no,
I
no,
remember
no,
when we had that conversation. He didn't say that here. That was at the studio.
And I said
But you-
preference.
I've never
We're
been
talking
to
about
the-
preferences.
That's what I'm saying. You
Yeah,
said
we're
that.
talking about preferences. You being honest.
But
I'm
look,
being
but
honest
look,
about
I'm gonna take it
preferences.
back to the exact day that you had said your preference,
Right,
and you was reverting back to a reference
right,
with that
right,
or
right.
whatever.
Right.
It was the day that the massage lady and her husband was here,
Mm.
and you
And that
had
was
said
recent.
what you had preferred in high
said
school.
this?
You said what you preferred.
You're talking to some real listeners right
women.
now.
Right,
In
right.
high school, you had preferred in high school, light skinned women. That's how you.
Oh,
knew
but I
it.
told you why.
That
I
was
said
my preference
preference.
too.
And it was why, but
But
at
I
the end
said
of the day, it's still
preferences.
embedded in you. So you gotta
I
understand
can't
why
agree
you
with
still
that.
revert to them.
I can't agree
you
with
gotta
that. 'Cause-
understand
No,
that.
no,
You gotta
because we're gonna go back to
understand
episode. Since we're gonna go back to episode.
We going back to
No,
episode.
since we're going back to
We going back.
episode.
Y'all gotta
we're
plug
gonna go
that
back to
clip in.
episode.
Make sure you
We're
plug
gonna
the clip
go
in.
back to we're gonna go back to SBE,
can-
spreading black energy, when we had Shakira on here, which AKA is sincere.
Okay.
I actually made a
Okay.
statement and said that I like exotic women because I'm an islander, and I said that that's what I like. I didn't say that that was my preference at
But
the
that's
time.
nothing-
No,
because
because we're gonna revert back to that same episode with the wife and the husband from the massage therapist.
Right, and
You had said that you an islander.
The
You
massage
revert back to
therapist.
where your
Yeah.
roots. I had totally 100. We all understand that. So when
Right.
you revert back to it in life history, it
Right.
makes sense.
But embedded in me means that also it's just the idea
It's
of
in,
my
no, it's
preference.
in you because
Yeah.
you got what you got.
Mm.
What you mean I got what I got?
No, I'm just saying like you with who you with. Like,
But it's a
light skin.
I wouldn't consider her
I
light
don't
skin.
think-
She's lighter than you.
I guess you can say that. I'm saying I guess you
I
can
don't
say
think
that.
nothing's
And I'm
wrong
not gonna
with
disagree with you on
preference.
that.
I don't think
but I don't
nothing's
think
wrong
that I
with
dated her for her
preference.
skin color though.
But listen, I don't think nothing's wrong
being
with
realistic,
that.
you did not. It's embedded. That's why you naturally
That's
gravitated
deep,
to
though. I
her.
agree with you,
But
but I'm not gonna
listen,
disagree with
I
you.
have an example. So my mom used to always say, how you better not bring home a dark skinned man over here because I don't want to be rocking no black baby on my knee, right? She used to always say that to me. Why? My only preference is dark skinned men. Because like y'all said, moms
It's
matters,
embedded,
right?
it's embedded.
Because it was just like, yo, how can you tell me who to love? Like, what if I just am not attracted to a light skinned man? What if I want a black?
That's deep.
Hey,
So,
hold on,
like, I swear to you, like, y'all follow me. Y'all see all I post is black, like, chocolate
right.
men. I cannot. A light skinned man is no for me.
She making me go back to all these references now. So look, I'm only saying because we got a couple more minutes.
Okay.
Remember my statement on why I never dated dark skinned girls? Do you remember my statement? You don't remember?
Oh, I do.
Because they was
I do.
bullies.
What did I say?
Because they was bullies.
Because you went to a predominantly, exact words, predominantly Hispanic school.
No, that
it was
was
out
me.
of your
No,
race.
no,
yes,
that-
I did. Let's take it back
No,
to the
that
freaking
was me
couple.
saying. No, that was me saying why I dated
I
my race.
remember everything. I,
I
don't
said
have
that all the
receipts.
dark skinned
I
girls
don't
that I
have nothing
like.
in writing, but I remember
They was
everything.
bullies.
No, they didn't like me. Did I not say that on my episode? When
I mean, you can go
that?
back to the episode and then you might have
I
said
said that,
But
all
I
the dark
remember
skin, and this is realistic. I love dark skinned girls. I told you
Okay,
there was
I
a
remember
lot
you
of them.
saying that. I remember you saying you
I said
love
there wasn't a
dark-skinned
lot
girls,
of them
but
in
they
my
wasn't
school, so
fucking
that's
with
what made me date Hispanic girls. But guess what? I said they did not like me.
They was like gangsters and shit at my school. So
They
it's
didn't like me. You know why they didn't like
Yeah,
me?
they legit was.
But you know why they didn't like me? They thought I was a pretty boy. They said, you got good hair, you gonna cheat on me.
You do get pretty boy vibes.
Good hair.
But
light
damn,
hair.